He's the comedy legend from Ghostbusters and Lost in Translation, but off-screen, Bill Murray plays his favorite role, dad to 6 sons, Homer, Luke, Caleb, Jackson, Cooper, and Lincoln. Let's meet the Murray boys who keep this Hollywood icon grounded. Homer Murray. Born in 1982, Homer is Bill's firstborn with his ex-wife Margaret Kelly. While his dad's best-known line might be, "I ain't afraid of a no ghost," Homer seems to live by, "I ain't afraid of a no kitchen." This guy has built an impressive career as a chef and restaurateur in New York City. He's the mastermind behind 21 Greenpoint, a cozy yet classy eatery that's won over Brooklyn diners. And yes, Bill Murray himself showed up to sling drinks behind the bar during its grand opening. From nacho challenges to heartfelt quotes on the restaurant's website, it's clear that Homer has cooked up more than just tasty meals. He's also earned his dad's deepest pride. Luke Murray. Born in 1985, Luke is Bill's second son with Kelly and perhaps the most athletically inclined of the bunch. He's carved out a serious career as a college basketball coach, currently serving as assistant coach for the University of Connecticut's men's basketball team. Yes, the same team that won the NCAA championship in 2023. Bill was right there in the stands, beaming like any dad would. In fact, he once skipped the Emmys to attend Luke's wedding. That Emmy, he won it. But family came first. Luke may not have inherited Bill's knack for comedy, but he claims he has better fashion sense. And honestly, anyone brave enough to coach college basketball in front of their celebrity dad probably deserves an award too. Caleb Murray. Born in 1993 to Bill and his second wife, costume designer Jennifer Butler is the first of the more private Murray sons. Not much is publicly known about Caleb, but Bill once told a story about driving his younger boys to school while Adele blasted through the speakers. And Caleb was one of the 3 singing in unison from the back seat. So, while Caleb might avoid the spotlight, we know this much. The man's got taste in music, and he's part of the generation that taught Bill Murray to appreciate Adele. Jackson Murray. Jackson came into the world in 1995, the second son born during Bill's marriage to Jennifer Butler. Like Caleb, Jackson keeps things private. No public Instagram, no acting roles, no viral dance challenges. But Bill has shared a few nuggets of dad wisdom that likely applied to Jackson too. "I have to love you, and I have the right to ignore you," Bill once said in a classic Murray way. Sounds like Jackson got raised with a good balance of affection and independence, and probably a few Cubs game scores shouted across the house. Cooper Murray, born in 1997, is the 5th of Bill Murray's 6 sons, and the one who's taken the biggest step into his father's creative world. While most of his brothers chose lives outside the public eye, Cooper dipped a toe into the acting pool, and for a moment, it seemed like the spotlight might be calling. In 2012, a then 15-year-old Cooper made his on-screen debut as a khaki scout in Moonrise Kingdom, a quirky, coming-of-age film directed by Wes Anderson, and starring, of course, his dad. Cooper didn't just fade into the background. Even in his small role, he fit perfectly into Anderson's whimsical universe, capturing the offbeat spirit that's practically part of the Murray family DNA. Nearly a decade later, in 2021, he joined Bill again, this time in the Farrelly Brothers' dark comedy series The Now. Cooper appeared in 4 episodes, holding his own in scenes alongside his legendary father. But despite the cool resume entries, Cooper hasn't gone all in on Hollywood. He's not walking red carpets, booking talk shows, or uploading behind-the-scenes selfies. There's no pressure to live up to the Murray name, and that seems to suit him just fine. He moves at his own pace, occasionally stepping into the frame, but mostly choosing to keep things low-key. What's clear is that the talent is there. Cooper has a natural presence on screen and an understanding of timing, something Bill has said is more important than being funny. In fact, Bill once noted that while his sons don't have to be comedians, he appreciates when they make the effort to get a laugh out of him. With Cooper, it's safe to assume those laughs come easily and often. Whether Cooper pursues more acting in the future or continues to carve out a quieter, creative life, he represents something special in the Murray family. A bridge between the entertainment world and the private one, navigating both with ease, humor, and just the right amount of spotlight. Lincoln Murray. Last but definitely not least is Lincoln Murray, born in 2005, the 6th and youngest son of Bill Murray and his second wife, Jennifer Butler. At just 19 years old, Lincoln remains something of a mystery. No interviews, no public appearances, and no media attention. And that's not a mistake. It seems intentional. In a family where several siblings have dabbled in sports, food, or film, Lincoln has kept his feet planted firmly in the shadows. And that might just make him the most intriguing Murray of all. Still, there's one charming moment that managed to slip into the public eye, courtesy of a 2012 Esquire interview. In the middle of a deep conversation, Lincoln, then just 7 years old, popped in to give his dad the very important news that Cubs player Brian LaHare had just hit a grand slam. That wasn't just a kid being a kid, that was a Cubs fan in training, proving that even in a house full of Murray-level personalities, there's always time for baseball. Being the baby of the family means Lincoln probably grew up watching a bit of everything. Older brothers launching restaurants, coaching championship basketball teams, experimenting with acting, or just making his dad laugh in private. He's seen what works, what doesn't, and what makes their famously eccentric father light up. That kind of exposure is better than any Hollywood internship. We may not know what Lincoln's current passions are, whether he's headed for college, working behind the scenes somewhere, or just figuring it all out. But one thing feels certain. He's inherited the quiet charm, dry wit, and perfect comedic timing that seems to run through the Murray bloodline. And whether it's another Cubs score or a moment of family mischief, we'd bet anything that Lincoln's the type who knows exactly when to chime in, even if it's just to yell, "Grand Slam!" Bill Murray may be one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, a comedic genius, an Oscar nominee, and a pop culture legend, but at home, he's just dad. He's the guy pouring drinks behind the bar at his son's restaurant, the proud father shouting encouragement from the bleachers at college basketball games, the man who'll skip an awards show just to attend a wedding, and the dad who's perfectly happy with peace and quiet for his birthday. Raising 6 sons is no small feat, especially when your job requires transforming into larger-than-life characters for the world to see. But Bill's parenting style has always been uniquely his own, equal parts laid back and deeply present, full of wit, warmth, and the occasional unexpected life lesson. Whether through his wry advice or spontaneous Cubs game updates, he's found a way to stay grounded, even while living life in the spotlight. Whether it's humor, humility, kindness, curiosity, or just a killer ear for good music, thanks Adele, these 6 young men reflect the many shades of the man who raised them. They've seen the highs and lows, the movie sets and messy moments, and through it all, they've stayed connected by the one role Bill Murray has never played for laughs, being their father. Now tell us, which Murray son surprised you the most? And if Bill Murray were your dad, which story would you tell?